So tell me if this ever happened to you. It happens to me quite a bit, and it's kind of annoying. So I was having a conversation, if you want to call it that, on a Facebook thread. I frequently comment on the Washington Post because I hate them the most, and either refute their headlines or whatever. I never read their articles. I will not click on any of those links there because they get monetized through Facebook and other means. Every click gives them revenue, and I won't give them any. Anyways, so I just comment on the headlines. Something you probably shouldn't do, personally, because you shouldn't be commenting on just the headlines and actually read what's said. But I mean, the media is so trash, and they've lied to me so many times. Why should I believe a goddamn thing that comes out of their mouth? Anyways, so here's this dude. It was on Biden's tax bill, right? And how Republicans have come out hard against it, saying this is going to hurt people, not help them, basically. Something like that. And this dude comments is like, well, Republicans in the House and Senate are so stupid anyways that and uneducated, they don't know what's going on. They have no clue and blah, 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 blah. I was like, well, Republicans are stupid, huh? Okay. Then why is it that current members of Congress, there's a lot of doctors there. And just medical doctors alone, since we're in the COVID era, 17 of the people of Congress, both House and Senate, are doctors. 3 of those 17 are Democrats. The rest are Republicans. So I guess they're not as stupid as you think they are, and you're lying, and I just called you out in a lie. Way to go, dumbass. I'm so proud of you. And then they commented back saying, well, this, that, and the other, and Rand Paul's an evil bastard, even though, everybody knows that Rand Paul's a doctor, right? I was like, well, I pointed out that there's, 14 doctors are Republican, while 3 are Democrat, and here you go bitching about one of them already being proven wrong. So I was like, well, way to move that goalpost. You're a dipshit. And, oh, by the way, since you pointed out Rand Paul, he was the only doctor that I'm aware of that went and treated COVID patients voluntarily at a hospital, caught COVID, and got over COVID. So he got an immunity by helping COVID patients. He's the only one that I know of that went out there and actually treated COVID patients. Not even their beloved Dr. Fauci, blessed be his name, did that. He didn't go out and treat COVID patients at all. Not to my knowledge. All he did was talk some shit while he's getting a $500,000 check from the United States government. We're paying this man. And he hasn't treated a single COVID patient. Meanwhile, sitting members of Congress have. You would think they would know a little bit more than Fauci does. And Rand Paul's been an extremely heavy critic against Fauci because Fauci is a fascist. But that's okay. Because clearly, that particular comment pissed this dude off, because I pointed out that you're calling out Rand Paul, calling him an egregious idiot. Well, he's the only one in this pandemic that treated COVID patients. Oh, sick burn, bro. You decided to move that goalpost and then talk some more shit at me. I just kind of proved you wrong again. Oops, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you look like a dumbass by calling you out on your bullshit, pointing out that out of 17, only 3 of those people are Democrats. And keep in mind, that's just medical doctors. There are other doctors in Congress, and the ratio is the same. It's 80-20, just about, between doctors and doctors who are Democrats. Not a whole lot of brilliance over there on that Democratic side, because they're religious zealots at this point in time. They just believe shit that comes out of the MSM. They believe shit that comes out of Legacy. They believe shit that comes out of the Democrats' mouths, and they're also fascist. I have no problem in saying this. It's not a right-wing whatever that Google Google, the search engine, not the dictionary, says it is. And their source, Wikipedia. Yeah, of course, Wikipedia is a great bastion of knowledge. That's why no academic will ever use it. It's I take it back. You know what academics use, or academics will use Wikipedia? Gender studies. There has been a few in my particular journals that I review that I've seen them cite Wikipedia. Immediate rejection if you do that, by the way. Do not cite Wikipedia in the journals that I review. If I happen to review your particular post and it's Wikipedia, your paper's getting nuked. I'm going to say no. And you need all three people that are reviewing it to say yes. Not happening. And there's a gambit of reasons why that will never pass. In addition to, and notwithstanding, anyone can edit knowledge. Even if they know nothing about the subject, they can go in there and spout some random shit and claim it's true. And what's fun is Wikipedia's basis for knowledge is I made a statement that's true. By the way, here's a citation of a place that says the same thing I'm preaching. That's the opposite of discovery of knowledge. If Wikipedia wanted to be honest about it and reverse a couple things, they would also put in articles and whatnot that refute the claims. Instead, they call them controversies, criticisms, or conspiracies, instead of being intellectually honest. But that's okay. So, that conversation I had on Facebook, dude deleted the thread. I go back to look at because he said something, and then poof, it was gone. Makes me wonder if either A, he deleted the thread, or B, he blocked me. Well, we think he deleted the thread because I went on incognito and looked for it, and then I had somebody else look for it on theirs that on their Facebook to see if they can find the thread too. It's gone. Absolutely 100% gone. So, hero moment to the people that decide to reply or do anything of that matter. If you're wrong, just take the L and walk away. You don't necessarily have to delete your post. You can if you want, but you should delete it and then state, I was wrong on this, and admit your failure to save face. It's better to admit you were wrong than to spout your shit and then delete your thread like it never happened, in my opinion. But, I'm not surprised. Thread's gone. He deleted it. And, that was funny to me. Wasn't even about the subject of Biden being a dumbass. It was him insulting people, or insulting their intelligence, with the assumption that all these people are stupid. And then me proving that, no, that's not the case. If you like your group think averages, well, here's why you're wrong. But that's okay. I digress. This is not a surprise to me. It'll be a continuing trend, I am sure. And, yeah, I think that's about it. So if any of you have experienced that, drop it in the comments below. Send me a thread. I'd love to read them, Reddit or otherwise, where somebody just went to delete their shit because they were proven so emphatically wrong that they had to go hide in obscurity because it turned on them in the worst sort of way. So, thank you for watching this one. I'll see you next time.